Moshi, ya balik lagi di ELKAZHO. Kali ini kita mau coba nih buat bikin tim F1 nya ELKAZHO. Ya walaupun ini F1 2020 udah ketinggalan setahun, tapi buat seru-seruan aja lah ya. Kita coba yuk, kita bikin tim F1 nya ELKAZHO. Nah ini driver utamanya kita nih, Steven Stanto dari Indonesia tentunya.
Okay boss, Carl here. Let's get this team up and running. The first thing we need to do is register a team name and bring in some important partners.
Okay.
First, enter a team name.
Timnya namanya ELKAZHO Racing.
Now, let's choose our primary sponsor for this season.
A few moments later.
That's everything we need. You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ.
Ready. Oke, kita ambil 10 race aja lah, nggak usah terlalu banyak. Oke, inilah 10 race-nya akan ada di Australia, Bahrain, Spanyol, Kanada, Prancis, Austria, Hungari, Belgia, Italia, dan Brazil. Oke, let's go. Oke, qualifying kita ambil pendek aja. Balapan 5 lap. Driver kita set di 50 aja. Oke. Start session. Wih, bosnya ELKAZHO nih, lagi di wawancara.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT, and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams, and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out, though, as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. There's a rich history of that in Formula 1 too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill, and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula 1, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
Udah bukan mamut lagi, ini dinosaurus anjir. Yoi, ini keren sih jawabannya. Ini bukan tentang gue sih, ini tentang tim dan orang-orang yang ada di belakang gue. Together we are unstoppable, boss.
Every team needs two drivers, but what was it that drew you to your teammates?
Kita bilang apa ya? Ini aja lah ya. Skillnya paling pas lah buat tim ELKAZHO. Yoi.
No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to beat?
Ada Alfa Tauri, William, Alfa Romeo, Haas. Kita pilih Haas aja kali ya.
How are you expecting the car to feel out on track?
Kita itu pengen mobilnya yang balance. Tunggu. Kita ke chassisnya dulu dia. Ya.
The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Kita jawab yang aman dulu aja lah ya. Merendah dulu, bos.
Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
Wow. Ya, gue setuju yang ini sih. Overtaking is all about power. Ya, departemen powernya naik.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
Aduh, bingung nih antara aerodynamic apa durability ya. Aero dulu deh.
Well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Okay, great, thank you. That's a wrap.
Ini klasik banget ya mobilnya ya. Anjay, semangat 45 cuy.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through from the fabrication process.
Okay.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Kita lihat R&D-nya. Oke, aerodynamic udah. Durability-nya belum ya. Oke, sip. Kita mulai balapan di Australia, Melbourne.
Okay, let's go.
Oke, percobaan kedua kita di GP Australia Melbourne. Apakah bisa lebih baik dari catatan waktu pertama? Ouch, kurang baik, Bung.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Di urutan berapakah kita?
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Bottas, Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel.
Oke,
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry,
kualifikasi
we'll be back
GP
tomorrow as we head
Australia
into the
Melbourne
Grand Prix.
sudah selesai dan ternyata kita di urutan kelima di atas Charles Leclerc. Wah, beda tipis banget sama Verstappen, gila. Coba kita lihat si Duran ada di mana nih si Duran nih. Wah, Duran urutan 17 nih. Aduh. Oke. Tanpa perpanjang lebar, langsung kita mulai race.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Vettel, Verstappen, Stevens and Leclerc, Albon, Sainz, Ricciardo and Sergio Perez, Norris, Gasly, Daniel Kvyat and Stroll, Ocon, Magnussen, Dorian Boccolacci and Kimi Raikkonen, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Russell and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Ini dia balapan pertama GP Australia Melbourne. Selamat menyaksikan. Let's Vettel kenapa? Ups, di awal-awal sudah menodai front wing kita. Dapatkah kita menjaga posisi dari serangan dua Ferrari? Dikejar habis-habisan, Bung. Mercedes sementara nyaman sekali berada di depan, dipimpin Bottas dan Lewis Hamilton. Dempet sekali dengan Vettel. Apakah? Hampir saja, Bung. Vettel membabak, tapi karena nafsu jadi dia yang terpelintir. Serangan dari Leclerc masih bisa bertahan. Steven dari ELKAZHO. Mencoba menjauh dari serangan Charles Leclerc dari Ferrari. Serangan dari Leclerc. Dua Ferrari gagal. Kita bernafas sedikit lega, Bung. Mampukah bertahan Steven dengan front wing-nya sudah sedikit rusak nih akibat insiden di awal. Mampukah bertahan Steven? Oh,
Are you stupid or something?
gesekan membuat Steven melebar, tapi masih bisa melanjutkan race. Masih lebar lagi, memangkas jarak dengan Norris di urutan keempat. Mampukah Steven memberikan podium pertama untuk ELKAZHO Racing? Wah, ngacir banget Norris. Coba bertahan dari serangan Norris. Nampaknya sudah terlihat dari speednya saja kalah jauh ini ELKAZHO Racing. Ya, melebar saja dan Norris dengan mudah mengambil posisi ketiga. Langsung ngacir meninggalkan Stevens. Gagal kali ini Steven untuk menghadiahkan podium bagi ELKAZHO Racing. Ini dia akhir dari lap kelima GP Australia Melbourne. Hanya berasal di urutan keempat ya, walaupun belum podium tapi not bad lah ya. Ya, ini hasil dari balapan GP pertama. Steven ada di urutan 4, sedangkan Duren ada di 12 loh. Not bad. Untuk klasemen konstruktor sementara, ELKAZHO Racing ada di urutan keempat, terpaut 31 poin dengan Mercedes yang berhasil menjadi juara 1 dan 2 di GP pembuka.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
Anjay. Nggak ada rahasia, Bang. Semuanya itu karena tim, karena mobilnya.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Cuy.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
Ya, kita sering melebar sih. Ya, mobilnya berat sih di belokan.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Oke, thank you. Oke, sampai di sini dulu seri pertama dari episode ELKAZHO Racing. Sampai ketemu di episode berikutnya. Bye-bye.